We as a people carry certain stigmas. Well, I want to say every nation in this world carry a stigma. When people see the Chinese, they, they quickly assume that they are intelligent, straight A's people who love tourism, um, indulge in expensive things and world travel, and self-sustenance and businesses. When they see Asians, they again stigmatize and associate them with intelligence, being medical doctors and businessmen and inclusive wealth. When they see the Jews, again, they're associated with wealth, most of them being lawyers and jewelers and but businessmen. But when they see people of our descent, immediately the stigma is we are either beggars based on our appearance, or we're really poor, looking for something to steal. And if we appear to be doing fairly well, then we are associated with drugs. So if you dress nicely and you go into an airport, you've been watched differently by immigration officers. And the first perception is maybe he's pushing drugs. Even in your own community, your own people sometimes, if you're doing well, your own friends and family want to say that. So for me, to change that perception is a responsibility of Africa, the motherland, to change that. Because as soon as people see the other nations, as I mentioned, they're associated back with their home country, not with the individual face in front of them. So a Chinese is associated with China, so Chinese are. A Jew is associated with Israel, so the Jewish are. The Asians associated with Asia, so the Asian people are, or the Indians or the Pakistani, or you know what I mean, and so forth. When you see people of our descent, they say, well, the African peoples are, and so forth. But if we are to change that perception, where the leaders of Africa need to understand they need to bear the responsibility for using the country's wealth to develop the nation, to make us competitive on an educational level, to make us competitive on a bilateral level, because we think business, we trade business, and so on and so forth, as opposed to constantly asking for things. Oh, give me medicine, or give me aid, or give me this. Every time an African nation meet with a first world country, they seem to be bargaining the next level of aid that they require, as opposed to how could we create industries to develop our people. You know, if Africa is to change that stigma and start show the world that we are competitive on a business level, we have the education already, educational level, but put into good use, then that perception would change. And I know some people are going to say to me, but they shouldn't be stigmatizing us like that. Hello? Before your grandmother and my grandmother and before their grandmother, that stigma has been there. Don't expect people to change that. We have to take the role and change it. And I say, Africa should start that change. Africa should start to change the perception it puts out there to the rest of the world. Let us be business minded.